Hello and welcome everyone. My name is The Crazy Dentist and I want to show you today my personal 10 tips to start out the YouTube channel in 2018. If you know my channel and content, you may ask yourself why I'm doing a video like this. But since I do YouTube videos for almost a year now, I get a lot of questions how to actually start out the YouTube channel and what things you need to look out for. I'm definitely not the biggest YouTube expert or even somewhere near close there, but I really know how you feel starting out on YouTube with maybe even 0 subscribers, because I were at the same point 1 year ago. And through this year I learned so many different things that, beside of just raising the quality of your YouTube videos, can help you to just do a little bit better on YouTube. But let's not get stuck in the intro right here and let's get just right into the tips I have for you. So the first point seems quite clear and you might have heard that already a few times, but just because it's very true. Because so many people with great ideas will just get stuck in the idea process and never really produce something that other people can see. I know it's not easy to put some videos out where you think that they are not exactly perfect, but this is what the whole thing is about. More than ever in the early stages, you will really need to learn the things that you are doing right now, and that can only be learned by doing it. So if you are just learning how to produce videos, you really want to produce a lot of them so you can get a feedback from the community. And this is really a beautiful thing on YouTube, that you have such a direct feedback from your community. So there's no need to fear at all. It can be a lot of work, but I promise you that there also is a lot of joy within it. So the second tip really helps a lot of people back to actually start out their YouTube channels, because they see other channels that are already quite established and are sometimes producing YouTube videos for years and thinking that they will need the same video equipment than these channels to have success on YouTube. So I can definitely cheer you up there and say that this is not true. There are definitely things that you can't really do on a YouTube video anymore, and you really gotta watch out that you get the best out of that what you have. But trying to upload the 360p video on YouTube won't be that successful anymore. So in my personal opinion, if you cannot upload in at least 720p, I think you really need to focus on upgrading your PC, or try to capture your footage with a different program, because there are so many out of there like OBS and Shadowplay, or sometimes even Fraps. Like, there are so many different programs you can use for that, and they will all work differently and maybe be a little bit better for your needs. So I personally use OBS for my recordings because my system is strong enough for the videos and games that I want to produce, but I heard that Shadowplay is way less resource heavy and can definitely get a few more FPS out of your footage. The third point is one that I think is really important. Even when a video's video quality weren't that good, I could still bear through it somehow. But if the sound quality is that bad that it really hurts in my ears, I'm gonna be gone like right away. So you by no means need the best mic you can find on the market, but at least try to get the best you can get out of your mic. Because if you wouldn't watch the video because of the sound quality, probably nobody else would. It sounds harsh, but it is really like it, and you really gotta watch out for that. The fourth point, a very important one, but I guess really most of our points here are really important. Because in the YouTube world today, you will need thumbnails and there's no way around them. So like your videos, your first thumbnails don't need to be the best, but you at least need to make clear to the viewer what he will be viewing with that video. I actually started out with loading up videos without any thumbnails, and really just from the point when I started to make my thumbnails, the people actually started clicking on my videos and my channel got a little bit of traffic. So if you want to do your thumbnails yourself, there's obviously Photoshop around. If you don't want to pay for a software like this, there's also GIMP. I really like to use this software. It can do most things that Photoshop can without the need to pay anything, but it is a little bit less intuitive to use in my opinion. There are also template packages you can buy where a lot of templates are bounded together, and you can just use some of them if you really don't want to deal at all with graphic designing. The fifth point seems very obvious, but when you produce more and more YouTube videos, you will find that you sometimes just don't take enough time to choose a good title. While it is the most important thing that everyone will see when they click on the video, because there were probably so much time put into producing the video, sometimes just getting the title and the metadata down is just getting rushed way too fast. It definitely happened to me a few times that I had a video that I thought were really good, but I just didn't took enough time for my title, so I feel like I maybe took the video a chance that it would have had if it would have had an appropriate title. So be creative about it, take your time, and also let it appear in the tag and your thumbnail. So you make it a little bit easier for the algorithm to sort in your video, but we're going to get a little bit closer to that with the next point. Creating good metadata is for smaller YouTubers even way more important than for bigger YouTubers. At first you really need to know that YouTube is just a search engine like Google, for example. Let's be honest there, it is Google. So it will need metadata to sort your videos and let people find it. And letting people find your videos over the search engine is very much key for you as a new YouTuber. So people won't of course just see you in their sub feed or in trending. So you definitely need other ways for people to find you. But this just as a general information about that. If you want to know more about how to create a good metadata for your video, I would create a whole video about that because there's so much to talk about. So if you want to see a video like this, maybe just drop that down in the comments, because this is really a new type of video I'm trying out here and I don't know if the people will enjoy it. That's a point a lot of people forget about, but playlists are not only very helpful for the viewer that just wants to watch through a certain type of video from you, it's of course really helpful for you too, because it will keep people engaged to your content and maybe let them stay a little bit longer than they would have without a playlist. So playlists are a very cool tool to work with. Even if you don't generate a lot of clicks with creating those playlists, you're still making it the viewer a lot easier to browse through your content. Just talking very quick over the upload frequency here, I think that when you upload daily on YouTube you of course have the best chances, because you get a new chance every day. But not everyone is obviously able to do that, and not every content is suitable to upload it every day, so I would still suggest you try to upload at least 2 or 3 videos a week so that people really keep engaged with your content, because you will really have a rough time to get onto the start page of people when you are just uploading once a week or once a month. So as a little tip, if you are a channel that cannot upload that frequently, maybe try to get some other video content around that. Maybe try, if you're an animation channel, just try to do a few tutorials explaining how you do what you do, or try to make some making ofs how your videos were produced, just to try to get some content that people can engage with. And the number 8, yeah, don't put too many links in your description. That may sound a little bit odd, because you of course want to promote all your channels you may have. You may stream on Twitch, you may do something completely else, you may on Twitter very active, or you have a Facebook account that has a lot of following. But if you are starting out on YouTube, you really don't want to put too much links into your description and lead too many people from your videos off YouTube. Because of course on the end of the day YouTube is a company that wants to keep people as long as possible on their website. So it will not be all too good for you to lead people off YouTube from your videos or your channel page. You gotta keep in mind that they may hurt you more than they actually help you. Big YouTubers of course have no real problems with them, because they get their views anyway, they don't have too much problems to get them, and sometimes the links they put in there will even do them money, so that it pays just off for them to do that sacrifice. The 9th tip is actually one of my personal favorites, because I really like to engage with my community. I can't say if I'm just one of the lucky ones, but I don't have too much problems with toxicity on my channel, and most of the people are just asking questions or just trying to start a discussion. So you as creator of the YouTube channel gotta keep in mind that this is your community, so you gotta be a part of it. It can really be a lot of work, but I personally really love it to engage with other people and just having small discussions there, how you might know. So I would strongly advise you to, when you start out with YouTube or even later on, that you still engage with your comments and with your community and answer as many of those questions as you can. Just try to blend out all those comments that are pure toxicity and concentrate on those that are really constructive and try to learn from them. So even if you don't have too much time to answer all of those comments, at least try to do as many as you can, and maybe even work out a day plan at what times you want to reply to comments, because that can really sometimes help you out rather than always checking if there is a new question X times a day, and can really make it a little bit easier to answer your comment, while it's of course really intriguing if you can answer those comments right when they come up. The last tip is really something you gotta keep in mind for all your time on YouTube, because there are always two different types of videos. Those that are timelessly relevant videos and those that are mostly hit a hot topic. So those videos about hot topics, trends or whatever can really help you to get a lot of clicks in a short time, but those timelessly relevant videos can really help you to generate a click over a long run. So really sit down and think about what you want to do and in what direction you want to go with your YouTube channel. I personally have a quite healthy mix going on for my channel, so I produce tutorial stuff that is at least a little bit timelessly relevant, while there are still changes that I need to change up those tutorials. But I also do videos about the different trends that are mostly non-relevant a few weeks afterwards. So in my opinion, there always needs to be at least a little bit of timeless content on a channel, because a channel that only lives from trends and hot topics is in danger to be forgotten. So if you imagine that you just stop uploading for a month or something like that, and just none of your videos on your channel will be relevant to anyone anymore, that is of course not a good thing. Because you always gotta keep in mind that the videos you put up YouTube are not there for the next week. They will be there like forever if you don't gonna put them down. So try to create some timeless stuff, and I will guarantee you that they will in the long run generate you a lot more clicks than your really time relevant stuff. And with this, I want to close this video out here. Just as a last little thought, please don't get too stuck on those numbers. And don't compare yourself to other ones, because your project, channel, whatever is really unique, and you will have your unique group, content and community like everyone else. So it really doesn't help you to just look at those numbers and asking yourself, well, I just need those numbers, because in the end they won't help you. So rather take the time to work on the quality of your content, or into your metadata, your thumbnails or whatever, because your energy is needed when you want to start a YouTube channel, and you don't need to put that into watching at numbers that are not going to change if you don't do anything. So with that, I want to thank you all for your attention. Please drop in the comments below if you liked this video, and you may want to see a little more content like this on this channel, because it's a new thing I want to try out here and I really would like to know how you like it. With that, I wish every one of you a great day, and maybe see you back in the next video.